Green Bay area public school students could be forced to change where they learn come next fall. Our Emily Roberts is live outside Tank Elementary School with details on the school district's latest Board of Education work session. So, Emily, how could this impact families?
Tammy, students learning behind these doors here at Tank Elementary School may not be able to return next school year. The district plans on closing both Tank and Keller Elementary Schools and sending the students to Lincoln and Kennedy Elementary Schools respectively. According to a memo from Superintendent Claude Tiller, both schools have the space to take on the extra students, and consolidating reduces the district's deficit by, you'll want to hear this, $1.5 million. The goal to address that deficit, plus declining enrollment numbers and aging schools needing pricey renovations. Superintendent Tiller telling board members the Tank and Lincoln Elementary communities are excited to move to a new school, while he believes the changes are more difficult for Keller Elementary staff and students.
That was a little different story. We had a little tears of Keller because they thought they had longer time before that would happen. They were expecting 2 to 4 years out.
The district recommends the board vote on these changes at its next meeting. That's coming up October 23rd. And Action 2 News will be first to alert you as soon as that vote happens with the very latest. Coming up in the next half hour, hear about some potential changes coming through a referendum. Live in Green Bay, Emily Roberts, Action 2 News.